You must be excited to increase the bond you share with your beloved pet and add even more value to their lives. Is that possible? Yeah, it is possible. And we're going to do it. We're going to get started today, just like I explained in my last video. If you missed that one, here's a link to it. So what are you going to learn today? Well, today's video is all about proper bathing and brushing techniques, as well as on our particular dog that we're using today. She is a Yorkshire Terrier named Sugar, and she's so cute. I can't wait for you to see her. Anyway, we are going to demonstrate how to remove eye debris from the dogs, and in their mouths. They get a lot of gunk buildup in their mouths. So we have special products and tools in the bathtub that we will be applying and using for that particular technique. You're going to learn it, so stay put. Just a couple quick things before we get started. I can't wait to show you guys. First of all, I think maybe you might want to set your video to view on full screen mode, because you'll be able to really see what I'm doing, and you can see the coat very well and the details of what I'm trying to show you. The video quality is pretty good, so I think you'll be able to see it, but definitely blow it into full screen mode so you can see very well. If you need to pause it, replay it, whatever. Say, what'd she say? What did she say? Just replay it, rewind it. That's the cool thing about video technology. I love it. So those two things. And now, real quick, gonna tell you, stay tuned to the end of the video, because I'm gonna reveal next week's feature breed. Just a little hint, it's America's new favorite breed. I'm sure you all know what it is, but you have to wait till the end of the video so I can explain to you what we're gonna be doing next week. And probably so many of you have this breed at home, you're gonna love it. By the way, I have one too. His name is Gus. Are you ready? Let's get started. So here we have Sugar. She is a Yorkie. And we're going to start by just brushing her coat thoroughly before we attempt to even get her into the tub. We're trying to remove any loose hair in the coat. We're removing dander and anything, just stimulating the coat a little bit before we wash it, and removing things from it so that we can get it very clean and get her skin very clean. So that's what we'll start with, is thoroughly brushing your dog before you would ever bathe it. It's very important. And notice as I'm brushing her, I'm not being rough. I am taking short, quick strokes. Definitely getting a lot of hair in the brush already, as you can see. And that's what we want to do, is remove the dead hair. We're trying to get Sugar as clean as possible, and we have to start by a thorough brushing before her bath, as we're seeing here. See those short, quick strokes, and there we have, yuck. That's what we're trying to get out right there. So we're doing it, and that's what you should get in your brush. And we're being gentle with her. You can see that she doesn't seem to be she's not minding being tweaked and torqued around and in all different directions. But even though we're doing what we have to do with her, we're still remaining gentle to her and doing what we got to do. Now we're gonna run that comb through there, and we're using the larger teeth on the comb at this point. Now we're switching to the smaller teeth to see how did we do. How was our brushing? Looks like we did pretty good. Sugar's really getting ready for a bath now. Her coat's looking great. Now, one thing about Sugar is she definitely has a lot of eye debris that builds up, especially in between grooms. I notice it's very heavy when she comes back to me. I think I see her about every 8 weeks. So we're going to focus on that in the tub, and I'll show you how to get rid of that. Just want to add right in here at this spot. I know we're using a grooming shop to do these things, and you're thinking, how am I going to do that? That's never going to work for me. But stay tuned till after we're done doing our demo with Sugar, because I am going to explain some great alternatives to you guys for grooming at home. And there are some simple, easy techniques you can use, as well as products that are affordable, not just products, equipment. And maintaining your dog at home is so important. Your dog could look great, smell great, feel great. Do you have allergy problems, skin? A lot of that is the fact that they're never being washed. They're never being bathed. They're never being cleaned. All that stuff is harboring on their coat, and it does cause problems. And yeah, we go to the vet and we get medicine and treatments for these problems that basically we created. I'm trying to help you guys here to understand that you need to be bathing your dogs in between grooms. They will have skin problems. There will be problems, and you can avoid that. And I'm here to help. That's what we're doing. So stay tuned for at the end of this video, after we're done checking out Sugar and getting our lesson in. And like I said, review the video to get those steps down, and it's practice with your dog. But I am going to give you some options of how you can do this at home, and equipment that is not going to kill you financially to get it done. Okay, so ready? Let's resume. Now we have Sugar in the tub. First thing to do, you want to make sure that you're using lukewarm water on your dog. Never hot, never too warm. Definitely not cold. That's very uncomfortable to them. But I would want to go cooler than warmer, because the hotter the water, obviously that's dangerous to them. But secondly, really warm water can open up the pores, just like as if we were washing our face. That can be a good thing and a bad thing when you're washing dogs. When you're opening those the pores. The hair follicle of a dog shares many hairs, one follicle. It's a little different than our pores and our follicles. So if the water's too hot, you can allow bacteria to get in there, which could cause a terrible skin infection. So you want to be careful about that. Just lukewarm water. So now we're working on those eyes, like I said. We're using a facial scrub. I'd mentioned it earlier, and I will mention it in the description below. This is Tropiclean facial scrub. Very nice product, gentle on the eyes. Also good for removing debris around the mouth. Dogs get food and stuff stuck there, but it's great there for that eye dirt and all that fun stuff. So I will let that sit on her for a little bit, as I, now I'm going to thoroughly rinse her body before I give her a bath. I want to rinse her really good. We brushed her well, tried to loosen up loose hair, debris, stuff we don't want in her coat before the bath. Now we're trying to just rinse everything pretty heavily before we wash her, and rinse away anything else that may not have come out in the brushing process. So now, because we're trying to get her as clean as possible. And here we go. Now, I do use a Prima Bathing System. I know you guys don't have that. However, if you would like one, they do make them, and you can buy one. They are fabulous. I'll link that in the comments below too, in the description. They do make a portable one. They're not cheap. They're around $1,000 or higher. They're fantastic. But anyway, you can do just as good a job with a bottle of diluted shampoo in your hands. Plus, your dog enjoys a good massage. So we're always careful around the ears, the eyes, the nose, and the mouth when we're rinsing, washing anything. You don't want to get stuff in their eyes. You can get soap. You can see she's pretty darn soaped up. We want that. But avoid getting water in her ears. I hold the ears down towards her face when I'm washing. I tilt her nose down when I'm washing, so that I don't get water in her nose or her ears. Now we're removing that eye gunk like I talked about. I use a flea comb. You guys might want to pick one up. Very inexpensive, couple bucks. You gently tug until it just slowly sloughs off, as you can see right there. It comes out gently. Be patient. You want to be very patient. Don't try to yank that out. We're talking about her eye. And then she had a lot of buildup there, let me tell you. So we softened it up when we first applied that facial scrub, let it sit. I rinsed her body, washed her body, then I went back to it and removed it with a flea comb. So you'll find that very beneficial. Some people don't know how to get that stuff out of their eyes. It's quite simple. Just requires some patience. and the right steps. So now you've learned that. And now it's time for a thorough rinse for Sugar. We're rinsing everything off, all her shampoo off of her eyes. Like I said, tilt that nose down, put your hand over her nose. Don't plug her nose so she can't breathe, but you know, you want the water to run off of her head, away from her ears. Hold the ears back, but you got to clean everything. You know, don't be afraid to clean the dog's face. You know, she'll be okay. You just got to keep in mind, you don't shoot water up her nose, in her ears. And you're in control. Make sure you're in control. That's the important thing about bathing a dog. Don't let her think that you don't have this, because you got it. Now we're applying that fabulous conditioner. We just thoroughly rinsed her from her shampoo, which was very important. Like I said, over rinsing is important. You want to get everything off, so you're left with nothing but clean coat. And this conditioner is dilutable, like most of them are. So I had already pre-mixed that before I started bathing Sugar. And so now we're conditioning her really well. This is really gonna do a fabulous job on her. Her coat's so soft and silky, and when it's clean, it's pristine. Now she's out of the tub. She's onto a table. I am going to talk to you all about options. I realize you don't have a grooming shop, so I don't want that to deter you from getting the job done nice and easy on you and your pet at home. There are ways, and you got to be inventive. I have some ideas, and I'm sure y'all can come up with some too, and you can always leave comments on these videos to share, because that's the whole reason why we're doing this. We're sharing together, all of us, and hopefully there's going to be lots of people tuning in, and we can build a big sharing community for our pets. It'd be wonderful. So after I towel her off, you want to towel them off good. You don't want to rub them really vigorously with a towel. You could cause tangles because their hair is kind of long, you know. So you just want to kind of squeeze the water into the towel and pat them dry as best as you can. There we see we got even more hair out of her after we brushed her out of the bath. I do brush them when they're wet before I dry them. Now Sugar here is all dry. She is dry, and I'm going through a final brushing. So what have we brushed now? This is our third brushing. We did pre-brush. We brushed her when she got out of the bath. She was still wet. And now we're doing our final brush, and we're still getting hair. This is what I'm telling you guys. That hair that I keep getting out of that brush, that is what causes the mats in your dogs. And if you're doing this with your dog once, say, every 2 weeks, depending on the breed, you are not going to have mats and problems, tangles like that in your dog's coat. You're not going to have it. She's not going to have eye debris that builds up, and it actually can get sore under that buildup. See, we've gotten it all clean. It's all out of there. She looks great. I was explaining earlier in this video that I would provide you with some information and options with grooming your dog at home. This is a tabletop grooming table with grooming arm. And this would be for a larger dog. This is a portable table. Both of those were portable, which is very nice. You can fold it up, put it in a closet. Makes grooming easy. And you can see they're not that expensive. These are the mixing bottles that you may need to pre-mix your shampoos and conditioner. All this stuff's very inexpensive, just a couple bucks. This is a cheaper version of the Activet brushes from Pet Edge. And this is the grooming combs that you will need. These are fabulous. You can get these from Pet Edge or groomerschoice.com. And that's basically all you need. This is a stand dryer if you really want to have some fun with getting your dog nice and pretty and fluffed. And this is the facial scrub by Tropiclean. I suggest everybody get some. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today, and stay tuned for the next video. Golden Doodle Grooming, it's going to be worth it.